Okay, so just checking you've got everything that you need. If you don't have a bolster, maybe a couple of pillows to use as a bolster, cushions, blankets. If you don't have blocks, again, you could always use a couple of cushions or a couple of big, thick books, and possibly a chair is handy. So what we'll do is we're just going to start, just have a couple of breaths centering, so closing the eyes gently down, relaxing the palms to face down, connecting and feeling into the awareness of your whole physical body, feeling into the awareness of your feet being grounded down, the legs, the hips, feeling into the length of your spine from base to top, feeling into the shoulder blades on your back, back of your arms, fingers and hands, feeling into the front of your body, feeling the collarbones, broadening, expansiveness of your collarbones, drawing the chin slightly in and down, keeping length in the back of the neck, feeling a sense of softness into your face, to your eyes, to your jaw, a sense of lengthening through the crown of your head as you descend and press your sit bones down into your support. And then come into the awareness of your breath, encompassing your breath, drawing awareness as you breathe in, following that breath all the way into the body, following your breath all the way out as you breathe out. Doing this 2 more times, following the journey of your breath in and out of your body. See if we can allow a sense of softening of this breath, slowing down of the breath. And from here, just gently opening the eyes, we're going to come into a little bit more connection into the breath, diaphragmatic breath. We're going to line our back. You might still want a little blanket behind the back of your head. Just see how you go. Coming onto your back, knees bent, feet on the floor. Just relaxing your arms down beside your body. So your feet are about hip width apart or maybe a little bit wider. Feet are facing forward. And just shifting those heels just a little bit forward of the knees. Feeling into a nice sense of rest into that lower back. Feeling a sense of softening of the sacrum, tailbone, lengthening to the heels. Feel a sense of support through your feet into your mat and a sense of steadiness of your knees. And now shifting into what we call diaphragmatic breath, using your awareness, taking your breath into the abdomen. As you breathe in, feeling a sense of expansiveness into the abdomen. Feeling the sides of the waist expand, pull into the breath at the back. And as you breathe out, feeling the abdomen empty out completely, sides of waist hug in. So expanding your breath into the abdomen as you breathe in, expanding your breath into the sides of the waist, into the back. And on the out breath, abdomen empties out completely, sides of waist hugs in. Keep focusing on a few more rounds here of the breath. Allowing a sense of release into that lower back, into the hip creases, psoas. Encompassing a 3-dimensional awareness to our breath, front, sides, and back. And then let's hug that right thigh and knee into our chest. Just check you've got a strap or a scarf handy and a block handy. And straighten the left leg out along the floor, or keep the knee bent if that feels better for you. And draw and hug that right thigh knee into the chest. Feel that your shoulder blades are sliding down your back. Keep drawing the chin slightly in and down. And if your left leg is straight, extend out into that heel, drawing the toes up towards your head. And just keep drawing that right thigh knee up and drawing it in and down. Staying here for a few more breaths. And then we're going to interlace behind the knee to move into the knee joint. So inhale, extend the heel to the ceiling, flexing your foot and gently pressing into that palm. As you breathe out, bend the knee, relax the heel, and then hug that thigh knee in and down. So as you breathe in, the knee moves away. You extend the heel to the ceiling, flexing the foot, pressing into those palms. On an out breath, bending the knee, relaxing the heel down, hugging that fly knee into the chest. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhaling, heel to ceiling, toes to the head, back of thigh pressing into palms. On an exhale, bending the knee, hugging that thigh knee in and down. 1 more time. Inhale, expanding, lengthening into the back of that leg. As you breathe out, bending that knee, hugging the thigh and the knee into the chest. And just hold it here, gently drawing that thigh knee into the chest. Take your right hand onto your knee, left palm onto the thigh to stabilize, and begin to draw circles with your right hand onto that knee, moving into the hip joint and into the muscles, stabilizing the hip joint. Making the circles as full as you comfortably can. We'll do a couple more times in this direction. When the knee comes all the way back into the center, pause. And we'll do circles in the opposite direction. So the hand is guiding that knee. We're feeling into a sense of awareness into the outer hips, into the muscles, and into the whole hip joint. Let's do 1 more time all the way around. And then hugging that right thigh and knee in towards your chest. Find your strap or scarf, whatever you've got, place it around the sole of your right foot. Now, keeping the right knee slightly bent, holding onto the strap lightly, imagine you're trying to lift someone who's on the top bunk and you're on the bottom bunk, and your foot is trying to lift that top bunk as you press into the strap and just gently draw down on the strap. So a little bit of resistance, and then relax and bend that knee and draw that knee down. And then press up with a bit of resistance as if you're trying to lift someone onto that top bunk as you draw the straps down at the same time. Relax, bend the knee, draw it down. And then 1 more time, press through that strap. Imagine you're lifting the top bunk up as you draw the straps down, resisting in each direction. And then just stay here, soften the elbows, and just keep allowing to press up into the strap with the ball of your foot. And what we're going to do now is we're going to lower that right leg down towards the floor, about halfway down, still holding on to the straps. Allow that right leg to lower. Now I want you to resist. So the right leg wants to try to go down to the floor, but you're going to draw it up. So it's a little bit of resistance. So you're trying to push the leg down, but the straps are lifting it up at the same time. And now relax and lower that leg without any resistance. Just lower it down. Now, you're going to draw the leg up, but the leg's resisting. It's trying to press down into the floor as you draw it up at the same time. And then just relax, allow it to lower. And 1 more time, raise, lifting the leg up, but it's trying to press down into the floor as you lift it up at the same time. And then just relax. Now, taking the straps and loosely holding on again, turn your right foot in. Keeping your sit bone down into the mat, bring your right leg across your body, just a little bit. So you're turning your right foot in, you're bringing your right leg a little bit across your body over to the left, but I want you to keep your right sit bones moving down, keep the right side of your waist long, and even it helps if you feel that you can place your thumb into that hip crease and roll that hip crease down. So you should be feeling it quite deeply down through here. Taking the arm out to the side, just holding it here, breath flowing freely. And now what we're going to do is we're going to try to draw down using the straps, but resist. So the leg's trying to lift up to the ceiling, and the strap's saying, no, come all the way down. And then relax and come all the way up. Straps are in your right hand now. Left arm out to the side into the floor. Take your right leg halfway out, but keep your left buttocks on the ground. You might even want to take your left hand onto that side hip to stabilize it. Now press out into that strap with that heel. Press out as if you're trying to press into a wall with your foot. And at the same time as you press into that strap, draw down with your strap. So you're trying to draw your foot as you press out. Now imagine that you're trying to hold up a big bolster that's weighing 5 kilos. And you're using all the strength of those inner leg muscles to try to hold that bolster up. And then relax and allow that leg to float all the way up to the ceiling. Bend the knee and hug that thigh knee back into the chest. And then bringing your right knee at right angles, so knee on top of your ankle, flex your foot. Resist, so your right hand's onto your thigh. Now try to press your thigh into your palm as you try to press the knee away. Press the thigh away. So you're trying to press in and you're pressing away, and then just relax. Again, press into your palm as you try to press it away. And relax. And one more time, press into your palm as you try to press it away. And then relax. Left knee, bending it, cross your right ankle on top. Just keep it there, left foot facing forward, your hips level. And I want you to press down with your right ankle onto your left thigh. Press down, press down, press down. Take your right hand gently inside that knee and a little bit of resistance. So the knee wants to come up, but you're resisting and trying to press it down. And then relax. The knee wants to try to come up, but the palm's resisting. And relax. And one more time, the knee wants to come up, but you're resisting. And then relax. And then pick up that left thigh, interlace behind the thigh, and slide the shoulder blades down the back. So soften the shoulders away from the ears. Relax that heel down. And again, press down onto that thigh with your right ankle. And now allow that right hip and knee to open out to the side. So we're going to breathe in, straighten the left leg to the ceiling, flex the foot. Breathe out, bend the knee, and relax the heel down. Breathing in, straighten the left leg to the ceiling, flex your foot. Breathing out, bend the knee, relax it down. We'll do it one more time. Breathing in, straighten the left leg to the ceiling, flex your foot. Breathing out, bend the knee, relax the heel down. Plant your left foot on the floor, but keep the ankle crossed, arms out to the side. So we're going to come over to the left, so your right foot goes to the floor. Your ankle's still crossed on the thigh, and you're turning to look to your right hand. And we're allowing this right hip and knee to open out and down towards the floor. And then slowly coming up, hug the right thigh knee into the chest, and then straighten the leg along the floor. Stretch your arms over the back of the head, lengthen in each direction. And then hug your left thigh knee into the chest, and keep drawing that left thigh knee in and down. Interlace behind the back of that knee. As you breathe in, extend the heel to the ceiling. Press your thigh into your palm, flex your foot, and as you breathe out, bend the knee, and then hug the thigh knee back in. So as you breathe in, the knee moves away, the leg straightens, heel to the ceiling, draw your toes up. As you breathe out, bend the knee, relax the heel down, and then squeeze that thigh and knee into the chest. Inhale, float the legs away, extend heel to ceiling. As you breathe out, bend the knee, relax the heel down, and hug that thigh knee into the chest. One more time, inhale, lengthen. And then as you breathe out, hug that thigh and the knee into the chest. And then take the left hand onto the knee, stabilize that right thigh. We'll do hip circles, guiding that left knee with your left hand. Give a nice sense of softness into the back of the neck and the shoulders. We'll do a couple more times and just feeling how this hip feels. How do the muscles onto the hip feel into the knee joint? Let's go the other way now, circle into the other direction. Now I want you to keep drawing your awareness back into your breath. Notice when you breathe in, the pause at the peak of your inhale. Notice when you breathe out, pause at the end of your exhale. And then hugging that left thigh and knee into the chest again. And then let's take the strap now around the foot and just gently holding on to it. And we're going to bend the knee towards the chest and then press up as if you're trying to lift someone in the top bunk and you're on the bottom bunk. And you're drawing down onto those straps. And then relax and bend the knee into the chest. Press up into the strap as you draw down through the straps at the same time. And then relax. And then press up into the straps as you try to draw down. and then relax. One more time. Press up into the straps as you try to draw down, and then just relax here. Now we're going to lower the leg about halfway, holding onto the straps, and then we're resisting now. So we're lifting the leg up, but the leg's resisting. It's trying to press back down into the floor as you draw it up at the same time, and then relax, lower it halfway, draw it up, but the leg's trying to press into the strap to lower down into the floor. Resisting, 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 relax, lower the leg halfway. One more time, draw the leg up, but you're trying to resist. You're resisting and the leg's trying to go down into the other direction, and then relax. And here, we're going to hold on to the straps with your right hand, turn your left foot in, left arm out to the side, bring your left leg across your body to the right just a little bit. Keep your left buttock and sit bones moving down, press into that strap, and rolling your left hip crease back and down. Keep pressing into that strap with the ball of your foot. A few more breaths here, lengthening the left side of your waist. Come back to the center, hold on to the straps in your left hand, right arm out to the side. Open your left leg and just take it halfway down. Press into that strap. So you're going to draw down through your hands as you press into the strap. And now imagine there's like a 5-kilo bolster that you have to hold up using the whole inside of your leg. Press into the strap, draw down, lengthen out through that right leg along the floor, press it down, and then let go and bring that left leg back, release the strap, and hug that left thigh and knee into the chest, hugging it into the chest. Right foot onto the mat facing forward, left ankle crosses on top. Keeping the hips level, taking your left hand to the inside of that knee. We're not trying to crank it or force it, we're just resisting. So the knee wants to come up, but we're pressing and resisting it down. And then release, and then pressing it down, resisting, and release, and then pressing down, resisting, release. Hug your right thigh knee into the chest, interlace behind the back of that thigh, and press your left ankle down onto that right thigh as you allow that left hip and knee to open out and down to the side. Keep drawing length through the back of the neck. So as you draw your right thigh knee into the chest, keep lengthening sacrum and tailbone along the mat. Press the left ankle down, open the left hip and knee out to the side. And it's almost like you're trying to draw that right thigh in as the right foot resists and tries to go down at the same time. And then relax the foot down, arms out to the side. You're going to come over to the right, taking the left foot onto the floor. Maybe it goes, maybe it doesn't. Turn to look to the left, allowing that top hip and knee to open down to the floor. So this is quite a big opening and release into those outer hip muscles, hip creases. Just go easy with it. And then coming back and hug the left thigh knee into the chest. Bring the knee on top of the thigh at right angles. Take your palm on top of the thigh. Press into the palm and resist. And then relax. Press into the palm, resist, resist. And relax. And then press in and resist at the same time. And then relax. And then straighten both arms, both legs out. Lengthen out in each direction. Long, 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 long. And then hugging the knees into the chest. Finding your block. Place it between the knees. Let's take the arms out to the side. Keep the arms in contact with the floor. Keep the shoulders in contact with the floor. Gently squeeze the block. So take a beautiful breath in. And to the right, go halfway. Turn your head to the left. On an inhale, bring the knees to the center. As you breathe out, knees to the left, turning to look to the right. Press the back of the arms and shoulders down into the floor. Inhale to the center. Breathing out halfway to the right, turn to look to the left. Press the back of the arms, shoulders down. Inhale to the center. Breathing out, knees to the left, turn to look to the right. Press the back of the arms and shoulders down. Inhale to the center. Just relaxing, remove the block now. Take your feet onto the mat, hip width apart. And taking your palms face down. Press down for your feet as you breathe in, lift your hips up. Take your arms over the back of the head. As you breathe out, slowly lowering all the way down. Now imagine you're lifting up a really cute little puppy or a big cat, whatever you like, cat or dog. As you breathe in, you're lifting up this imaginary cute little puppy or big cat. And as you breathe out, you're slowly lowering it down. So we're adding a little bit of an imaginary load to this. One more time, breathing in, picking up this cute little imaginary puppy or cat. Place over here gently, pick them back up. Slowly bring them all the way back down. Now one more time, just raising your arms, breathing in, coming up, and just see how when you don't have any imaginary load, that it's just very light. And as you breathe out, coming all the way back down. Okay, let's hug the knees back into the chest. Let's roll over to the side. We're going to come up. You may need to sit on a blanket because we're going to bring the sole of your left foot inside your right thigh and your right heel is out to the side. So we want to make sure that our sit bones are even. So sitting onto a blanket or sit in such a way and your hips are facing forward. And this is going to help to even into the sacrum, into that SI joint. So we're going to take the hand onto the right thigh and we're going, it's like we're rolling it. So we're going to be rolling it in and then coming back. So when we roll it in, that right buttock is lifting up and then we're coming back. We'll do that a couple more times, rolling it in and then coming back. And then one more time, rolling it in and then coming back. Taking the hands onto the mat. So we're going to be raising your left arm up over the ear and coming over towards your right. Spiral chest and ribcage out and up to the ceiling. Then raising that arm up and relaxing it down, raising your right arm up. Coming over to your left, spiral chest and ribcage out and up to the ceiling. Press your right sit bone down, raising your arm up and then slowly coming down. We're going to take a twist, we're going to take the arms overhead, twisting to the left, so right hand to left knee, left arm behind it, coming back to the center, and then left hand to right knee, looking over your right shoulder, come back to the center, raising the arms up, and then releasing the arms out. So stacking that knee on top and come to the other side. So we've got your sole of your right foot just inside your left thigh, hips are facing forward. Sit bones are even. And so now we're going to be moving into this side of the sacrum. So take your hand onto that hip, top of your thigh. You're going to roll that forward so that now your left buttock's coming off and then coming back. Rolling it in and then coming back. Do it a few more times. So if you've ever had any issues with your sacrum, your SI joints, often this can help release. Make sure it's comfortable for your knees and then coming back. Great. So now we're going to raise our right arm up by the ear, side bend, come over to your left, lengthen through the top fingers, spiral chest and ribcage out and up to the ceiling. Keep pressing your right sit bones down, raising that arm up and then raising your left arm up by the ear, lengthen, then come over. Keep lengthening out through the top fingers, super glute by the ear, spiral chest and ribcage out and up to the ceiling. Press your left buttock down, lengthen up, coming up, both arms up, twist to the right, looking over your back shoulder. Come to the center, raising your arms up, twist to your left, looking over your back shoulder. And then coming back to the center, stacking the knees on top. And then from here, finding, if you don't have a bolster, maybe you could straddle a couple of cushions, or if that doesn't feel comfortable, you could always just sit onto a few cushions. So either sitting onto, say, 2 or 3 pillows, bed pillows, which are long, which you could use as a makeshift bolster or straddling a bolster, warming into the neck and the shoulders. So we're sitting like this, we can start to lengthen into these hip flexors. So we're going to press the sit bones down, roll the pubic bone slightly forward, interlace the fingers. So we're going to bring the hands underneath, interlace fingers underneath the chin, elbows up high. And we're going to curl into that upper back, chin to chest. Press the palms away, raise the arms by the ears, interlace your fingers behind your back. Draw your forefingers down, generous bend to your elbows, feeling that you're drawing your shoulder blades together. Bend the elbows to release them, curl into the upper back, chin to chest, meeting your palms. Interlace your fingers, palms away, raise your arms by the ears. And then again, interlace your fingers behind your back, forefingers down, generous bend to the elbows, draw your shoulder blades together and down. Hug the front of your ribs in. Release the hands, curl into the upper back, chin to chest, palms together, raising your arms up, and then relaxing your arms out and down. From here, we're going to interlace the fingers behind the back of the neck. So I want you to press like a double chin, draw your chin in and down, press the back of the head into the hands, hug the front of your ribs in, draw your shoulder blades together and keep pressing the back of your head into your hands. Keep the elbows moving out behind you, front of ribs hug in. Side bend over to your left. Inhale, coming up. Press your back of the head into the palms. Breathing out, side bend over to your right. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, side bend over to your left. Elbows stay pressing back. Inhale to the center, hug the front of the ribs in. Exhale, coming over to your right. Inhale to the center. And then relaxing the hands down. So taking your left palm to the side of the temples, because we're going to strengthen down into each side of these neck muscles. So it's like a little bit of gentle resistance. So you're pressing your palm gently into the head as the head presses in. And then release, press in and resist. And then release. And we'll do the other side. Strengthen the other side of the neck muscles. Hand to the side of the head. Press in as you press and resist in each direction. And then relax. Pressing in as you resist. And then relax. Take your fingertips to touch and meet, staying here, meet your elbows together. Inhale, elbows up to the ceiling. Exhale, circle them out and down. Inhale, elbows all the way up to the center. Exhale, circle them out and down. One more time. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, round to touch in the middle. We reverse. Inhale, elbows straight back, all the way round, up to the ceiling. Exhale, round to touch. 2 more times. Inhale, back and all the way up. Exhale to touch. 1 more time. Breathing in, round, all the way up. Exhale to touch. Take your left arm behind you, so it's to the side of your waist. Interlace your fingers, bringing your palms together and draw your elbows together, draw your shoulder blades together. From here, we're going to be taking our left ear to our left shoulder. So you want to be feeling a comfortable opening down that right side of your neck. Draw your elbows towards each other. Squeeze your palms in. Soften your left ear to your left shoulder. And then gently turn your chin a little bit in and down. Allow the breath to feel soft and smooth for you. And slowly and very carefully lift the head up because it'll feel a little bit heavy. Come around to the other side. Interlace your fingers. Draw your elbows together. And then now we're taking our right ear to our right shoulder. Softening the shoulders down. Draw your shoulder blades together. Staying here for a few breaths. And gently taking that chin a little bit down towards the center of the chest, towards that shoulder. A few more breaths here. And then very slowly lifting the head up and slowly rolling the shoulders out. Right, let's come up onto the hands and the knees. Palms underneath the shoulders. Let's curl the right toes under, press back into that heel. Just stay here, take a really beautiful opening into the back of that leg. Press back into the heel, press the mat away. Keep pressing the mat away, press your face away from the mat, press back into that heel, and then swap over. Left toes under, press back into that heel. Just stay here, pressing back into the heel, press the mat away, press your face away, and then coming back. From here, press back into pose of child, buttocks towards the heel, stretch your arms out in front of you. You're going to come up to the hands and the knees. This is an inhale. On an exhale, curling under cat heel, press the mat away, chin to chest, tailbone under. Inhale, hands and knees, palms draw back towards you, shoulder blades slide down the back. Exhale, curling the towel under, press the mat away, chin to chest. Keep moving like this 2 more times, creating a sense of fluidity into your spine. 1 more time. Come to the hands and knees, so where our palms are, let's take the elbows and the wrists are in line with the elbows, forearms in line. Hips stay stacked on top of our knees. Inhale, drawing your chest forward. Breathing out, curling under, press down from the fingertips, forearms, elbows, chin to chest, tailbone under. Breathing in, drawing the chest forward. Draw your palms back towards you as you press down. Breathing out, curling under. So releasing into the upper back now. Breathing in, draw the chest forward. Draw your palms back towards you. Breathing out, press down through the fingertips, palms, elbows, forearms. Press down through the top of your feet. 1 more time. Breathing in. And breathing out, curling under. Beautiful. Press up to the hands and the knees. Bring your hands just a little bit forward, out to the side. We're going to come into down dog now. Curl the toes under, press the buttocks back. Lift your tailbone up to the ceiling. Relax your head between your arms. Keep the toes where they are, but bend one knee into the chest. Press the opposite heel down. Just pause here. Press the mat away. Keep the toes where they are. Just bend the opposite knee into the chest now. Press that opposite heel down into the mat. Keep pressing the mat away. Bend both knees into the chest. Rise your sit bones up to the ceiling. Relax the ears between the arms. Roll the armpits in. Lift, try to touch the ceiling with the sit bones. Press the mat away. And now soften the heels down towards the floor. Relax the head further. Bend the knees. Walk up to the top of your mat. Feet about hip width apart, bend the knees, send the weight into your heels, sit back. Press for your feet, use your in-breath to lift yourself up. Breathing out, bring your hands into the center of the chest. Drive your arms wide and high, take a beautiful breath in. Breathing out, bend the knees, hinge from the hip creases forward, fold, hands to shins, breathing into a half lift. Breathing out, bend the knees, sit back into the heels. Inhale to lift up. Breathing out, hands into the center of the chest. Breathing in, dive your arms wide and high. Breathing out to a forward fold, hands to the shins. Breathing into a half lift. Breathing out, bend the knees, send your weight back. Inhale to rise. Breathing out, hands into the chest. Let's do 1 more time. Breathing in, circle your arms wide and high. Breathing out to a forward fold, hands to your shins. Inhale to a half lift. Breathing out, bend the knees, send the weight back into the heels. Inhale to lift up. And breathing out, bring your hands into the center of the chest. Relaxing the breath, just circle your arms wide and high. Come into a forward fold. Bending the knees, let's take the right leg back first of all. Send the knee onto the mat, relax the foot down and coming up. So just checking in that front knee is stable. It's on top of your ankle, over your second and third toe. Press actively down through that back foot. Feel that you're lengthening from that back hip down, that thigh out through the knee. And feel that you're trying to draw both feet in towards each other. Keep the left hand on the thigh as you raise your right arm by the ear. Press down through that top foot. And then keep the arm by the ear, come a little bit over towards your left. Raising your arms up, take your hands either side, and then shift the weight back and come back to the hands and the knees. Shift your right foot forward, Coming all the way up to the other side. Checking in, knee on ankle, over second or third toe. Press actively your back foot down. Lengthen from this top hip down the thigh out through the knee. And imagine you're trying to squeeze and draw both feet in towards each other. As you press that front foot down, press the back foot down, raising the arms by the ears. Come over to your right. Coming all the way up, take the hands either side. Curl the back toes under now. Lift that back thigh and knee off the mat. Lift your hips and buttocks up a little bit higher. Make sure that front knee's facing forward. Press into that back heel. Bring your front foot back. Come into a high plank. Bring the shoulders on top of your wrist creases. Press the floor away. Press into the heels. Lengthen your tailbone to the heels. Press your face away from the floor. And imagine you're hugging and squeezing your hip bones in towards each other. Come down to the knees. Step your left foot forward between hands. Curl your back toes under. Lift the back thigh knee off the ground. Lift your hips up a bit higher. Press into that back heel. Lengthen through the crown of your head. High plank, front foot comes back. Shoulders on top of wrist creases. Press the floor away. Press back into your heels. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Draw the base of your rib cage down to the navel. Sides of waist hug in. Squeeze your hip bones towards each other. Press the floor away. Come back to the hands and the knees. Back to pose of child. Coming all the way up. Come up onto your knees now. All the way up. So now we're going to come so we're facing the long end of the mat. Adjust your mat so you can see me. We're onto our knees. Take our right leg out to the side so the heel is in line with the knee. Press down through that foot. Take your arms out at shoulder height. Let's take the left hand onto the floor so it's in line with that knee. Raise your back arm up at shoulder height. Coming all the way up, arms at shoulder height. Taking your hand onto that leg, raise your arm by the ear. Slide the hand down to where it's comfortable, coming over to the side. Raising the arm up one more time, hand on the floor in line with the knee, back arm by the ear, up at shoulder height, bring it over the ear. Lengthen through the top fingers, press down into that bottom foot, lift all the way up, slide that arm down the leg, raise your opposite arm by your ear, keep it there, come over to your side, lengthen through your fingers. And then slowly coming up and relax that leg all the way back. So we'll go to the other side. So when you take your foot out, it's facing forward, heel is in line with the knee. Arms out at shoulder height. Taking the hand onto the floor in line with the knee, arm by the ear, and then super glue it in a nice long line, lengthen through the fingers, press into the outside edge of that little toe onto the floor. Lift all the way up. Hand onto that long leg, slide it down, opposite arm by the ear, coming over to the side. Raising up, both arms at shoulder height. Hand onto the floor in line with the knee, outside arm by the ear, and then bring it over, lengthen through the fingertips. Coming all the way up, slide the hand down the leg where it's comfortable, bring the arm by the ear, come over to the side, lengthen through the fingertips. Coming all the way up, and then relax the arms down, bringing the leg back, come back to the hands and the knees. We're going to come back into down dog. So hands a little bit forward of the shoulders, curl the toes under, press the floor away, lift the hips up to the ceiling, soften the head between the arms. Bending the knees and walking your hands backwards. So do like a little bear crawl backwards. Take face forward, bend the knees, sit back into an imaginary chair, bring the arms forward and up, interlacing your fingers. I'll face you so you can see me. So we're going to hit the feet about hip width apart, standing balance, inhale, come to the toes. Exhale, take the arms out to the side, come all the way down. So interlacing the fingers, breathing in, rising up onto the toes. Breathing out, take the arms out to the side and relax the hands down. Do it one more time, breathing in, coming up onto the toes. Breathing out, take the arms out to the side. and then relax them all the way down. From here, find a block or a large dictionary that you can use. I'm just going to open into the back of the legs. So let's take our left toes onto the block, so the heel's on the ground, and step your right foot to where it's comfortable for you. So you want to maintain a nice length through the spine, long spine. The heel is pressing down, and you're getting quite a juicy experience up through the back of that calf and up through the back of the knee. Keep lengthening all the way up through the spine. So this opening into the back of the knee, back of the calf muscle, helping to also release into the shins, and then step that foot back. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the toenails down, so the top of your foot down. Make sure your foot's not on a funny angle, and imagine you're trying to draw it forward. So you're going to lengthen up through the spine, and it's as if you're trying to like draw that back foot forward as you press it down, and then release. Give it a bit of shake about, and then we'll go to the other side. So we're going to take our right toes onto the block, take the heel down. Sometimes the block can kind of flip up on us, so see how we go. Bring that other foot forward a little bit, just to where it's comfortable. And I'm not sure about you, but I really notice in me the difference between every time I do this, how one side can feel so much tighter than the other. So let's make sure that we're not leaning forward like this. We're in a nice long spine, tailbone down, crown of head up, drawing the chin in and back. Press that heel down, lift out of both sides of your waist, smile. And then slowly come back and just really give that leg a little bit of a shake. And then stretch into the top of the foot and into the front of the ankle and shin. Take the top of your foot down, take the toes down. And it's like we're lengthening from this top hip down again as we lengthen up. And imagine that the back foot, you're trying to draw it through as you press it down. Great, and just letting that go. So from here, let's come back to the top of our mat, to the top of your mat, feet are about hip width apart. Okay, bring the palms into the center of your chest. So as we breathe in, we're going to circle the arms wide and high, all the way up. Breathing out, come into a forward fold, bending the knees all the way down. Soften with breath, completely relax the breath. Have your feet a little bit wider apart. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Rest the chest on top of your thighs. Take the weight back into the sit bones. Hold on to the elbows. And just completely relax the weight of your head all the way down. You can relax the back of the hands onto the floor if you like. Again, you can bend the knees or start to lengthen up, relaxing the head all the way down. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to bend the knees, send your weight back, press for your feet to come all the way back up. Circle your arms wide and high. Bring the hands into the center of the chest. From here, to keep your left foot facing forward, bend the knee and step your right leg back so you're on the ball of your foot. The heel is off the mat and the right foot's a little bit out to the side, like a little bit of a railway track. Press into that heel. Lengthen your tailbone into that back heel and just check that front knee is bent on top of your ankle, facing forward over your second and third toe. Now what I want you to do is imagine you're trying to squeeze your feet together. It's like your mat is on ice and you don't want it to slip. So you're going to keep yourself together. And then from here, raising your arms up, soften the shoulder blades down the back, and then shorten the lever, bring your elbows like a stop sign, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Interlace your fingers behind your back, draw your forefingers down, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and then release the hands, curl into the upper back, chin to chest, bring the arms by the ears, relax the arms out to the side, bend that back knee, step the back foot forward, give the legs a bit shake about. Let's go to the other side. So let's step our left leg back a little bit out to the side. So our toes are facing forward. We're on the ball of our foot. And that front knee is on top of your ankle. And it's facing over your second or third toe. Extend into that heel. Tailbone lengthens into that back heel. Getting a nice opening through here. Raise your arms overhead. Soften the shoulder blades down and back. Bend the elbows. Draw and squeeze your shoulder blades together and down. Press the back of your head into an imaginary wall. Kind of like you're making a double chin tone. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Draw your forefingers down, bending the elbows. Hug the front of your ribs in. Release into the upper back. Interlace the fingers, curl into the upper back. Raise the arms by the ears. Bending that back knee down. Step the back foot forward. Give the legs a nice shake about. Bringing your block to face the centre. If we've got 2 blocks, it would be great. So take them high, or maybe you've got 2 blocks, just see how you go. Take your feet comfortably apart, so you're facing the long end of your mat. Feet facing forward. And then from here, we're going to hinge forward from the hip creases. We're going to take the hands onto the block. So we want to position the palms underneath the shoulders. Keep pressing your face away from the mat, lengthening and strengthening into the back of those neck muscles. Shift your weight a little bit into the heels. Keep the knees soft and lift your sit bones up to the ceiling. We can stay here, or if it's comfortable to come into more of a forward fold, we could lower the blocks, we could slide them back towards the inside of our feet, or we can stay up parallel to the floor. Soften the elbows, draw them in, and soften the crown of the head towards the floor. If this feels all right for you, you might want to stay parallel to the floor. Now I want you to imagine that you're pressing into the outside edges of your feet and sucking up into the arches of your inner feet. And then from here, slowly come up, slide the blocks forward, coming back into parallel. And then from here, bend the knees. So you want your knees over your second and third toe. Shift your weight back, kind of like you're doing a sumo squat. Shift your weight back into the heels. And now press down through your feet. Use your leg muscles to come all the way up. And then slowly walk your feet in, walk away, and take those out to the side. So because we've done some asymmetric poses, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, we want to bring everything into the midline. So we'll do the standing eagle pose again. Let's shift the weight into the right foot, bend the knee, and cross the left thigh on top of your right, and turn your toes out to the side, sitting down into this imaginary stool. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Squeeze your knees together. Bring your arms out to the side. And let's take the right elbow underneath the left. Now the back of hands or palms together. Lift your elbows as high as you comfortably can. Sit down to where it feels right for you. Squeeze the inner elbows in. Squeeze the thighs and knees in. Holding it here. And if we wish to, possibly, maybe lift the toes a little bit off the mat. Otherwise, keep them on the mat face. Focus on your breath. Squeeze everything in. And then slowly unwind. Whoop, like little flying. Come out. And then feet together, knees together. Circle the knees. Taking that pressure off, but also strengthening into the ankle and knee joint. Then circle in the opposite direction. Good if there's still any snow left somewhere, and we're no skiing. This is very good. Right, coming up, let's do the other side. So we're going to take the weight into our left foot. Cross the right thigh, knee over, bend the knee. Take the toes, turning them in. Keep the hips level, arms out to the side. So we're going to be taking the right elbow underneath the left. So we're doing the opposite way. Either back of hands or palms. Bring the elbows comfortably up. Draw the elbows forward, sit down a little bit more. Squeeze your thighs together, squeeze your knees together, squeeze your elbows together. Maybe hover those toes a little bit off the floor if comfortable. Breathe, wish goodwill, smile. Couple more breaths. And then unraveling, coming all the way up. Ooh, give the legs a bit shake about. Let's come to the top of our mat now. Coming down to do the floor poses. Palms into the heart space. Dive your arms wide and high on inhale. Breathing out, come to a forward fold, all the way down. Right leg back as you breathe in. Left leg back as you breathe out to down dog. Inhale to hands and knees. Breathe out, come back to pose a child. Just staying here, forehead onto the mat. Holding it into pose a child for a few more breaths. While we're here, let's open into the side of the body a bit more. Let's take a walk around to our left. Arms at shoulder height, apart, soften forehead to mat. Press down for your fingertips, roll your armpits in towards each other. Breathing into the right side of your ribs, into the waist, go back. And gaze up between the hands, walk your hands around to the front, as far around to the right as you comfortably can. Soften your forehead to the floor, press down for your fingertips, roll the armpits in towards each other. Breathing along and into the left rib cage, side of waist, low back. Gazing up, walking your hands forward, and coming all the way down onto your front now. First of all, we'll go into the Sphinx pose. So bring the elbows a little bit forward of your shoulders and your forearms and your wrists are in a straight line. Fingers spread wide apart. Actively press the top of your feet down. Press your pubic bone down to lengthen your lower back. Press down for your fingertips. And imagine you're drawing your palms back towards you as you slide your shoulder blades down the back, drawing and lengthening the sternum forward, drawing the chin slightly in and back. So you're pressing down through fingertips, palms. Try to draw your palms back towards you as you press down. You want to broaden your collarbones, draw your shoulder blades, slide them down your back. Press your pubic bone down, so lengthening and taking load off that lower back. Press the top of your feet down, engaging into the top of the thighs, and then releasing this, coming all the way down. So your hands under the shoulders, either side of your chest, forehead onto the mat. Draw your elbows together and down, slide your shoulder blades down. Press your top of your feet into the mat. So as you breathe in, drawing your chest, your sternum forward, draw your palms back towards you. Press down through the top of your feet. And as you breathe out, slowly coming down. Breathing in, draw your palms back towards you, low cobra. Press the top of your feet down, draw your shoulder blades down your back. Breathing out, slowly coming down. One more time, breathing in and up. And breathing out, slowly coming down. So take your arms beside your body, take your palms down, forehead down. So as you breathe in, just raising your right leg a little bit off the floor, lengthen back through the toes, just a little bit. Breathing out to lower. Breathing in, raise your left leg a little bit off the floor, lengthen back through the toes. Breathing out to lower. Breathing in, right leg, raising up just a little. Out to lower. Breathing in, raising your left leg just a little bit, lengthen back through the toes. Breathing out to lower. Bringing your arms up, take your forehead onto the hands, just rocking the hips back and forth. And then we're going to bend the left knee and gently take hold of the top of the left foot. Make sure this is comfortable for your knees. You might want to use a strap or a belt. Rest your forehead onto your forearms and start lengthening your tailbone into that back heel. Lengthen out through that kneecap, draw your elbows in. And if this is enough, then just stay here. Maybe see what it's like when you breathe in, raising the thigh and the knee a little bit off the floor as you press back into that hand. And breathing out to lower. It doesn't matter if it doesn't lift, we don't want to force it. Inhale, breathing up, or just visualize this happening, lengthen back through the knee, tailbone down. Exhale to lower. Breathing in to lift up. Breathing out to lower. And just relax that leg down, come to the other side, resting your forehead onto your forearms, bend the right knee, take hold of the top of that right foot. Before we do anything, lengthen tailbone into that back heel, press your pubic bone down, and feel that you're pressing into that back hand as you breathe in. Feel that you're lengthening out through that kneecap, maybe the thigh and knee is lifting without force. Breathing out to lower. Breathing in, maybe it's lifting up, we'll just visualize it. Breathing out to lower, and one more time, breathing in to lift, and breathing out to lower. And then relaxing forehead on top of your hands, and again just rocking the hips from side to side. Bring your hands either side of your chest, curl your toes under, lift your hips up and back, and press back into pose of child, taking your forehead onto the floor. Few more breaths here. Roll your armpits in towards each other. And then from here, coming up and finding your bolster. If you don't have a bolster, then again, you could use 2 or 3 bed pillows maybe. Just releasing into the deep psoas muscle through here. So I'm going to come onto the back, lift the buttocks up, and thread either our bolster or maybe 2 or 3 pillows underneath the sacrum. So top of lumbar, sacrum. Let's hug our left thigh and knee into our chest first. And straighten the right leg out along the floor. So you're extending out through that heel. Softening the shoulder blades down the back. So we're lengthening along the right side as we're gently drawing this left side in. A few more breaths here. And then planting that left foot down, straighten the leg as you hug your right thigh and knee into your chest and extend out through that left heel along the floor. A few more breaths here. And then taking the foot onto the mat, walk your feet together, draw your knees into your chest, sink your buttocks into the support of your pillows or bolster, and then send the legs up to the ceiling. So especially if we've had a lot of time standing on our legs, standing on our feet, to take that weight off that lower back and out of the pelvis, taking the legs to the ceiling or having the legs up the wall, such a beautiful practice. Let's close the eyes if comfortable. Draw that awareness of our breath into our nostrils, feeling a sense of softening of the breath here, a sense of deepening of the breath here. Just allow the weight of the hips and buttocks to sink into the support of your pillows or bolster. Let everything go, allowing the breath to be spontaneous, to be smooth, to be even. Following the breath up and down both sides of your nostrils. A few more rounds here. Let's count backwards our breath from 7 all the way back, taking our time here. And slowly bend the knees into your chest. Take your feet onto the floor, lift your hips up, removing the bolster out or your pillows. Come back down, hug your knees into your chest. Plant the feet onto the mat, feet together, knees together. Finish with our reclining twist, arms out to the side. Shift the buttocks a little bit to the left, draw the knees up and in towards that right elbow. Place them onto the ground. It might be quite nice to possibly place a pillow between the knees or underneath the knees. So placing it between the knees, taking that pressure and weight off that top hip, and the head can be in line or the head can turn to look to the opposite side. Eyes gently closed, comfortable, and following again that beautiful flow of our breath up and down both sides of our nostrils here. Natural, spontaneous breath. few more rounds of our breath here. Okay, let's slowly come over onto our back. Shift the buttocks a little bit to the right. Draw the knees up and in towards that left elbow. Place them onto the floor. Turning the head perhaps to the opposite side. Eyes gently closed. Just relaxing the back of the shoulders, softening them down into the floor. Softening the back of the head. Feeling good awareness of the flow of our breath up and down both sides of our nostrils. Each time we breathe out, feeling we can allow the breath to soften, to deepen a little bit more. Couple more breaths here. And slowly coming over onto your back. Remove the cushion if it's between the knees. Hug the knees into the chest. Maybe rocking a little bit, massaging across from side to side. Roll over to the side. And we're going to go into relaxation, and you can either, if you don't have a chair handy, we can just come into relaxation, but using the chair for constructive rest is a really good way to, again, take the weight off the spine, settle into the pelvis, soften into the psoas muscle, which is your deep muscle underneath your abdominals, help to release into the hip flexors. It's quite a win-win little relaxation. So I quite like to sit on a very soft cushion, or maybe a soft small blanket, take something behind the head. So we want, if we have a chair handy, otherwise of course just do Shavasana lying down. So taking the back of the legs onto the chair, placing a soft flat cushion underneath the buttocks to support, and hopefully you have all of this and a blanket handy. So you might need to kind of rearrange yourself and or call out and say, can someone please cover me up? And then when you're in position, allowing the arms to be out to the side, palms facing up. Check in that you've got something behind the back of the neck, keeping the chin drawn in and down. Moving into relaxation, and I'll be guiding you through some breath connection here, as well as the guided relaxation. So either into the reclined constructive rest on the chair or lying down, eyes gently closed, making sure that you're warm and covered up. And then settling the awareness of your breath into both sides of your nostrils. Taking the awareness of your breath into both sides of your nostrils. Beginning to follow the flow of your breath up and down both sides of your nostrils. As you breathe in, feeling the breath starting at the base of both nostrils, traveling all the way up to the center between the eyebrows. As you breathe out, the breath splits and traveling back down both sides of the nostrils. Keep following the flow of your breath up and down both sides of your nostrils. Imagine an upside down letter V, and the point of the V is between the eyebrows, and the two sides of the letter V are the pathways that your breath is traveling up your nostrils and down your nostrils. Keep the mind engaged, following your breath. The inhale, drawing a breath up the left and right nostril equally, merging at the eyebrow center. The out breath, the breath splits and travels back down both sides of your nostrils. Keep watching and following the flow of your breath up and down both sides of your nostrils. And gently letting the awareness of the breath go here. And take your breath and the awareness of the breath down into your abdomen. Notice and feel when you breathe in, abdomen expands, filling with air. Notice and feel when you breathe out, abdomen empties out completely. Keep following the flow of your breath in and out of your abdomen. The next time you breathe out, empty out completely. And then breathing in for a count of 3. And breathe out for a count of 3. Keep this going for a few more rounds. We're going to be extending over time the length of our exhale, keeping the inhale the same. Breathing in for a count of 3. This time breathe out for a count of 4. Stay with this for a few rounds. Breathing in for a count of 3 and out for a count of 4. Keep breathing in for a count of 3. And now we're going to breathe out for a count of 5. Inhaling for a count of 3. Exhaling for a count of 5. Continue this for a few more rounds. And inhaling now for a count of 3 and exhaling for a count of 6. Staying with this. Next time you breathe out for a count of 6, gently letting this go. Return your awareness to the breath in the nostrils. Bringing the awareness back into your breath in the nostrils now. And allowing your breath to deepen. Feeling into the back of your body, along the floor. And if your legs are upon the chair, feeling the back of your legs into the chair. Feeling the back of your arms into the floor. Feeling a sense of heaviness sinking with every out-breath deeper and deeper into the support of the floor. Letting go and releasing with each out-breath deeper and deeper into the floor. Bringing the awareness into the top of your body above the floor. Allowing a sense of lightness into your body here. Lightness with each out-breath into the floor. And coming back to feeling the breath into both sides of your nostrils once more. Becoming aware and feeling the breath in your nostrils. Now bring your awareness to the space behind your closed eyes, into the space of the mind. Imagine you're gazing behind your closed eyes into a movie screen of your mind. And playing upon the screen may be any thoughts or feelings. It might be pictures or colours that play across your mind space. But we are here to be the witness of our mind. We're not analysing, getting involved. We're allowing ourselves to be detached, as if we're gazing upwards. Keep looking into the space, allowing everything and anything to play across the movie screen of your mind. Being aware if you become attached to a picture, a thought, a feeling in your mind, just acknowledge this. Come back to being the witness. Slowly begin to withdraw the awareness that you have been observing the contents of your mind. Come back to observe your breath now. Feel your breath. Notice temperature, your breath in and out. And come back and feel into your physical body, the position of your body. And if your legs are on the back of the chair, gently draw your knees into your chest, roll over to one side to slowly come up. We'll close to class, coming upright into a seated position. Let's bring the palms, rub them together. Lots of heat, rub it, rub. Then take those palms over your eyes as if you're drinking in the heat through your palms, feeling that it's infusing all throughout your body. Bring the palms into the heart space as a way of acknowledging and bringing gratitude into our body, bringing gratitude for our mind and our breath, sending forth that gratitude and love to our friends, to our families, sending forth the gratitude to our communities, the country that we live in, and sending out gratitude to the entire world. From this place, I thank you, and I close. Blessed be.